Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be an update on my 1 month and my Jibun Techo days challenge. Okay, I am feeling not that great and my voice is going in and out. We're going to try to figure this out. I tried to shoot this earlier and my mind and my mind and my body, my mind and my voice were not having it. So still using these sticky notes. The biggest change is that I moved my Jibun Techo A5 Slim days, I had to think about that because I still want to say Jibun Techo, into a wide traveler's notebook. I've had this for a while, got it on Amazon. They never restocked it after the first time I told you guys about it, so there won't be a link. So here we go. This has two strings in here. So I have all of this on one string, and this, sorry about the glare, let's put this guy on it like that. This is a Moleskine insert, which is in the size large. These are like I think they're just called the journaling inserts. This is in square grid. Come back to me, camera. There we go. And I just love these. I put it back here so I would remind myself if I needed this during the month of April, mostly during NaNoWriMo, Camp NaNoWriMo. I have this in here. So I went ahead and I took off the plastic cover, and then I went and I slipped it under the string here. So it's actually, the string is resting between the actual planner and the plastic. Will that focus at all? Probably not. There we go. Just because I've heard a lot of people complain about them putting their Jibun Techos of any size and any style within the string, like the string in the middle of them in the center, and it just rips the crap out of the binding. So I went ahead and put it in between the planner and the elastic, excuse me, and the plastic. I'm telling you, my brain is just a fog right now. Okay, so 1 month in my Jibun Techo days was just about giving this planner a fair shake, and I went ahead and did a few things in my last video, like putting tabs so I remember to stop at certain places so that I would utilize these things that I've set up. So for March, I haven't changed much. I added a few sticky notes here. So this was an attempt, and it was trial by error, really, to mark all of the books I wanted to read and was actually reading at this point, just so I could keep track of them instead of on the dailies, right? Because I don't have weeklies in here. So I put it on the month. I didn't like them there, so I decided to go to the Kinbor, and I was keeping personal stuff in here. Oh, camera, work with me today, please. And then I decided to switch that into the Jibun Techo, and I started reading this on the 4th. So this week I decided, yeah, I'm going to put all of this information in here and track in here. This is, I don't know why that's not marked. I quit here. And I have currently, up to now, I'm halfway through part 8 of 9 on Truly Devious. And I was just putting some names here of characters so that I could put a little bit of a description as they came up again. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So the other thing I was having struggle with is forward planning. If you guys also struggle with forward planning, I recommend to you using sticky notes, because I just cannot be bothered to turn to these pages that I set up for those months. I just can't be bothered. So I just put them on a sticky note and then leave them on the monthly, and that seems to work better for me. If you didn't want to use sticky notes, then you can just write it physically on here. I just like the sticky note so I can pull it off when I'm done, or move it if I, need other things, like for May, because I can see a month after this one. I could just move May to April when I set up a spread like this, if I choose to. This is just me trying this out for the month. I'm not doing the best at putting some of these things over here. Again, if you need to do laundry or dishes and you see they need to get done, I just do them. I don't worry about really writing them down as much, but sometimes in the past this has been helpful for me, and then I find that I will utilize this certain weeks more than others, or even certain days more than others, and that's okay too. I just get stressed out when I don't use it every single day, and it's there if I need it, and that's okay. I have to kind of let that go. The weather is crap here, so if lighting changes, that's why. It's because the sun is going behind clouds, and we're just going to figure it out because this is the time I have to film. So that's all that really happened here. So the next tab to stop on is the monthly. I'm still not utilizing this as best as I can, and I know that, and I'm just kind of letting it go. Mostly I don't have a lot of appointments. I have a lot of deadlines for writing. However, I have a writing planner, so therefore all of that is in there. It doesn't go in here, so there's that. Down here, things are getting marked off, and it looks like this is like I'm really using this, and that's just not the case. Basically I have to go to my dailies because I usually write this stuff down in there, and then I'm marking this off because I forget to come here and mark it off every day. I can't seem to be bothered, even though I have a little tab and I stop here. I don't know if it's because I do this later in the day. I don't know what my problem is, but it's not working out. Maybe next month. I mean, I think I like the idea of taking them all, and then after the month's over, seeing how much I've done. That's great. But as far as checking it off every day, it's a challenge. Man, is it a challenge. Trackers are just a weekly thing for me. They're not a monthly. I just can't seem to get it together. Duolingo is just, I scheduled it twice, never got to it. It's hard for me to get into this, but once I am, it's so easy to do every day. I just need to figure it out. I need to do something. And then the next tab is usually my today, but I took it out. So now I lost my place. Okay, so this is where this goes right here. Okay, so a couple of things happened. Sorry, I'm trying to shift. My back is being angry. Several days in a row, as you can see here, we had, okay, not this day, we had sun, and that was so amazing for me because I do get those issues that a lot of people do where when there's no sun, I get very depressed, I get anxiety, it's just stress. There was so much sun that I was just outside every day blowing off stuff because I was just soaking up the sun. I was just riding beautiful day, going for walks, being happy outside. Well, that happened for like 4, maybe 5 days, and I knew, living in Colorado, that manic Colorado would not keep that up, and it was going to snow because it usually snows at least twice in March, really hard before spring comes. So Friday it snowed, and the shift in weather killed me, and my body was like, what's happening? And I lost my voice almost completely. I'm starting to finally get it back. And I just got really sick, and it wasn't COVID sick. It was just the change in the temperature really messed with me. And so I did what I said I was going to do anyway. I laid in bed and I read 183 pages of Into the Water. I highly recommend it. I did mention that there is some sexual assault in there, and sitting with it every day, reading it, my anxiety and where I am, because it's winter, it just really, really bothered me. And so if you can read it quickly, I do recommend that. So I read 183 pages. It was such a great book that I was so glad that I did read it. But I got it done, so I didn't have to be in that headspace anymore, and I wasn't feeling well anyway. So that's pretty much all I got done on that day. This is me planning for the next day. So I got out of bed and I tried to cheer up and feel better because I had promised my niece that we were going to go to the bigger town. So this was sort of my list of what we were going to be doing. And she had history day on Friday, and she won first place in 6th grade. Yay, Jade. And also we were going to celebrate the fact that she got to regionals in science fair. So that's what we did here. And we went shopping, book shopping, and she went hoodie shopping. We went to Chick-fil-A, and it was okay. I was okay. Good Lord. It was okay. I know people like Chick-fil-A. I'm not a fan, and I think it definitely has to do with the whole situation that happened with, what was it? I think the owners were talking horrible things about gay people and stuff, and I just wasn't having that. And Chick-fil-A had just moved here right before, so I'd only eaten there once. And so this is only the second time I've eaten there, and I feel like that still has left a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, pun intended. And so Chick-fil-A is just okay, but Jade really likes it, and I told her she could eat wherever she wanted. We got Olive Garden on the way home, and that was great. We're just basic. This is twice we've gotten Olive Garden in like this month, I think. Is this month? No, in the last 3 weeks, because technically it was in February and March. Nobody cares. We're moving on. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I saw somebody do this where they had a day they didn't plan on. I think she said that she sacrificed a day so that she could set up a weekly because she really wanted a weekly. Well, because I was sick, I went ahead and on Saturday, again, staying home and in bed, watched a lot of basketball, listened to and read along to Truly Devious, which I highly recommend. It is a murder mystery. It is so good. This young girl, she writes an essay to this prestigious high school. It's a private school, and she doesn't think she's going to get in, but she does. And she has alternative motives for going. Basically, she loves crime and she wants to be an FBI agent. And at this school, there's this very, very famous crime where the headmaster, or I guess he might have been the headmaster, but he was also the owner of the school. His wife and his daughter go missing. They were kidnapped, there was a ransom, and they never found them. And she is determined to solve this. And it's so good that I went ahead and I bought the entire series. Anyway, I put my weekly review here because I didn't get anything done. I was just in bed. And I just went through and I put some thoughts down, and I had seen this and I thought I'd try it out. There are not very many actual planning videos in the Jibun Techo days. There were a lot of unboxing and reviews on this, but most people either, I don't know, sold them or gave up because I can't find a lot of videos on it. Yeah, so I'll have to flash the screen of the lady who did this because I was so grateful to see that. This was me basically going through and we've talked about planning versus kind of just backtracking because we were just busy. I think we left, I got up at like 8:30 to get ready for this day, and we didn't get home until like almost 6 o'clock. So we spent the entire day there. I was exhausted. And then again on Sunday, because I wasn't fully well, I got really sick again, and I just stayed in bed and watched TV, and I got nothing done. So today I have a lot of cleaning to do because I'm feeling better. But I went ahead and I scheduled these in. And for those of you who are wondering, I was using these stamps that I got from Midori. You can get them from Jet Pens and other places, and I've been using them, and they look really nice. No bleed through on this thin Kokyo paper, so that's really nice too. I stamped them in here, and then I've been using sticky notes kind of for my to-do list so I can move them to a day. And the best way I found to make that work is like this day. This is all for the bigger town stuff. So I'm trying to keep them all organized by like category of when I can get them done and stuff. Oh my gosh, look at what happened. I was at the library and we were doing this dyeing project, and I was wearing gloves, and I still got paint, like dye, all over my hands. And I've just been scrubbing them like crazy, and that's why I removed my nail polish and everything. It was a hot mess. And now I got stamp everywhere. Good Lord. Anyway, so I'm trying this out for this week since, again, I didn't have anything to do on Sunday but stay in bed. Here we are on Monday, and I've already gotten a bunch of stuff done. It's almost 10 o'clock, but again, because I felt good, I just got up and I started doing stuff. This is probably another day where I'm just going to record what I've done as opposed to planning what I should do. And that's not always the best thing, but sometimes you just have days like that. This is my list of books I still need to read. I blew off Lord of the Flies so I could finish Into the Water. I'm going to finish this up this week. This is for my own benefit, so it doesn't really matter. I'm almost done with Truly Devious. I just like this book so much. I blew this off and read this one. I have probably less than, I think, 60 pages left, and I'm done with that. Wilder Girls I can't get to because it's a retelling of Lord of the Flies, and that's why I'm trying to finish it up. This is beautifully written. I already read a chapter of it, so I know that. Every Day is a book that Jay's reading. I read. I really liked. So I recommended it to her. So we're going to talk about that, which means I need to review what I've learned about that. And then Genuine Fraud is a second time read for me because I liked it and I told Jade about it and she thought she'd want to read that. I'm going to put here essays. So since I can't be bothered to, what's it called? Fill out my commonplace notebook that has my, good Lord, I cannot think. I'm so tired. My book reviews in it. I can't seem to be bothered to fill them out. I thought maybe if I typed up essays and then hand wrote them, that would work best for me. And I think that would. And maybe I'll just handwrite the essays and forget about the other thing, even though it's really pretty and enjoyable. So I'm going to try that out this week to see if that'll help me get moving and grooving on that, because it's stupid at this point. It's just ridiculous. I don't know how many times I can blow it off. All right, so I think that's everything. I went through here and basically, you know, either marked out, crossed out, or checked off, or migrated, scheduled everything that needed to be scheduled, anything that was open, and I'm good. And I think I'm going to do this off camera and you'll probably see it on Thursday just because I have no voice for it. And also I have some energy and I really need to go wash clothes and do dishes and make an actual dinner because we've just kind of been eating out, which has been good, but also completely bad because we've just been eating naughty, naughty food. I need to go cook, so I'm gonna go do that. All right, let me know how your planning has been going in the days. Have you tried something like this before? I also wrote here in my weekly review some things that I could be doing in the short-term notebook because I feel like I haven't been utilizing that enough. Normally I would do something like this in the short-term notebook, but when I saw this lady doing this in a video, I thought, oh, that sounds so cool. Let me try that out. And I do have several empty pages still left in the front from when I didn't plan that I can use several weeks that way. But again, what am I doing over here? So I made a couple of lists of things that I could possibly use that for. Yeah, so I'm gonna try this out. So far it's working out well because I'm taking this on the go with me. It's just really nice to have it in a cover to protect it and to keep it closed with an elastic. You could probably puncture a hole in this plastic and put an elastic through there. I don't know how well that would work, but for right now, this is fine. I did buy a bunch of stuff this week. I'll probably talk about that more as it comes in. So my buying spree is kind of, it's over. I tried really hard, but it just didn't work out. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.